Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about the comparison of OSI and Internet Protocol layers. What are OSI layers? What is the full form of OSI? Open System Interconnection. Now, let us see the definition of OSI. The OSI, Open System Interconnection Model, is a conceptual framework that standardizes and defines the function of telecommunication or networking systems into seven distinct layers. These layers help us to understand and design network protocols and systems in a modular and organized way. The seven layers of OSI model from bottom layer 1 to the top layer 7 are as follows: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. OSI and Internet Protocol layers. The transport and network layers from the suite of TCP and IP protocols. The application layers are combined into application-specific protocols as shown in the figure. In the seven-layered SNA model, the physical, data link, and application layers have one-to-one correspondence with the OSI layers. Much of the SNA transport and session layers functions equivalent to those of the OSI model are done in the data flow control and transmission control layers. The combination of these two services uh, in also called as a SNA transmission subsystem. The presentation services, which are known as SNA high level services, combine the presentation services and functions with some of the session control functions. Now let us see the diagram of comparison of OSI and Internet Protocol layers. There are seven layers. The first layer is called as physical layer. This is the lowest layer and deals with the physical medium such as cables, connectors, and electrical signals. And next is a data link layer. This layer is responsible for creating a reliable link between two directly connected nodes on over a physical medium. And the third layer is called as network layer. The network layer focuses on routing data packets from the source to the destination across multiple interconnected networks. And some of the transport protocols are present here, like SNICP subnetwork independent convergence protocols, and SNDCP is called as subnetwork dependent convergence protocol, and SNDAP is subnetwork dependent access protocol. And the next layer is transport layer. The transport layer ensures end-to-end communication and data integrity between devices. And the next layer is called a session layer. This layer manages the establishment, maintenance, and termination of communication session between applications. Presentation layer. The presentation layer is responsible for data translation, encryption, and compression. And the last layer is called the seventh layer, and that is called the application layer. The topmost layer, the application layer, provides network services directly to a user applications. And the internet protocol layers are application specific protocols is called as a for a particular application represent the sequence of messages and contents of those messages necessary to achieve the application requirement of applications. Now, application specific protocols in the ISO and internet models. All application specific protocols services in OSI and are sandwiched between the user and presentation layers. In the internet model, they are sandwiched between the user and the transport layers. A user interfaces with a host at a remote terminal using terminal in the OSI model and telnet in the internet model. File transfers are accomplished with using file transfer access and management in the OSI model and FTP file transfer protocol in the internet. The most common mail service function in the internet is the SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. A similar protocol in the OSI model is the Message Oriented Text Interchange Standard. Network management is accomplished using Common Management Information Protocol in the OSI model. Now let us look at the application specific protocol in OSI and internet models. The OSI users and internet users are represented as shown in the figure, and some of the there are the two layers present plays a major role: the presentation layer and transport layer. In that, FTAM means file transfer access management, and common management information protocol also is also present, and simple network management protocol and simple mail transfer protocol. And telnet is commonly used by the terminal emulation program that allow you to log into a remote access. And these are the some of the protocols that we are going to use in the application specific protocols in the OSI and internet models. Now, let us see the challenges of information technology managers. IT managers need to maintain both computer and telecommunication network because of both types are slowly merging in function. They are responsible for management of information because of explosion of information storage and transfer in the modern information era. They have to keep up with the new technologies because the technology is moving fast and the corporate growth is enormous. They need to make provisions for continuous to change direction when the IT industry does this. They face network and administrative and management problems day in a day out because most of the corporate network run 24/7. Let us see the conclusion and summary. The OSI Open System Interconnection Model and Internet Protocol Layer Model are both frameworks for understanding network, but they have distinct differences. The OSI model is comprehensive and theoretical with seven specific layers, primarily used for educational and reference purposes. In contrast, the TCP/IP model is practical and corresponds directly to the protocols used in the internet. With a simplified structure of four or five layers, the TCP/IP model's real-world relevance and simplicity makes it the dominant model in modern networking, while the OSI model remains valuable for understanding functional network concepts. Okay, this is for this session, and hope you all enjoyed the session. Thank you.